Are you tired of being left on read or feeling like you're on an emotional roller coaster? Today, I'll share 10 powerful strategies rooted in Stoicism that will help you outsmart any woman playing games with your heart. In the fast-paced world of modern dating, emotional games have become a common, yet frustrating experience for many. Take, for example, a man named Jake from New York. Jake, a friendly and ambitious guy, found himself caught in the whirlwind of online dating. He was excited to connect with someone special, but soon realized that his interactions were filled with confusion and mixed signals. One moment, he would receive sweet messages that made him feel hopeful, and the next, he would be left on read for days. Jake felt like he was on an emotional roller coaster, unsure of where he stood with the woman he was interested in. This is not just Jake's story. It resonates with countless men who have faced similar challenges in their quest for love. Emotional games such as ghosting and breadcrumbing have become the norm, leaving many feeling overwhelmed and disheartened. But what if I told you that there are ways to navigate this maze? Today, we will explore 10 powerful strategies rooted in Stoicism that will empower you to outsmart any woman playing games with your heart. By understanding these tactics, you can reclaim control over your emotions and relationships, paving the way for healthier connections in the future. In the world of modern dating, emotional games have become a common, yet complex, occurrence. Many men find themselves caught in a web of confusion, feeling like they are constantly navigating an emotional maze with no clear exit. To illustrate this, let's take a closer look at a relatable story of a man named Jake from New York. Jake was an average guy, seeking a meaningful connection, but often found himself frustrated by the mixed signals he received from women. One moment, he felt a spark in connection, only to be met with silence the next. This cycle of hope and despair is not unique to Jake. It's a phenomenon that many experience today. Now, let's dive into the specific games that women sometimes play in relationships. One of the most common tactics is ghosting, where a woman suddenly cuts off all communication without explanation. This can leave the other person feeling bewildered and abandoned. Another tactic is breadcrumbing, where she gives just enough attention to keep you interested but never fully commits, leaving you in a state of uncertainty. Then there's the hot and cold behavior, where she oscillates between showing intense interest and then pulling away, creating emotional whiplash for the other person. These behaviors can lead to significant emotional distress, as the person on the receiving end is left questioning their worth and the intentions of the other party. It's essential to understand that these tactics often stem from deeper psychological reasons. Women may engage in these games to test emotional strength, seek a sense of control, or in some cases, they may not even be aware that they are doing it. Understanding these dynamics can empower you to respond rather than react, allowing you to maintain your emotional stability and clarity in relationships. To understand why some women play emotional games, we need to dive into the psychology that often drives these behaviors. First, it's essential to recognize that many of these actions stem from a deep-rooted need for control. In some cases, women may test a man's emotional resilience as a way to gauge his strength. This isn't necessarily an intentional manipulation, but rather a subconscious response to their own insecurities. When faced with vulnerability, they might engage in ghosting or breadcrumbing to see how much you value their attention. This can create a confusing dynamic where one party feels uncertain about the relationship's stability, leading to an emotional tug-of-war. Moreover, there's the aspect of past experiences that play a significant role. Many women have been hurt in previous relationships, which can lead to defensive mechanisms that manifest as hot and cold behavior. They might oscillate between showing interest and then pulling away to protect themselves from potential pain. This behavior can be frustrating for men, who may feel like they're on a constant emotional roller coaster, unsure of where they stand. Another layer to this is the concept of validation. In a world where social media and dating apps dominate, instant gratification and external validation have become crucial. Women may engage in these games to seek attention or affirmation, even if they don't genuinely feel a connection. This can lead to actions that seem erratic or confusing, as they navigate their self-worth through the lens of their interactions. Understanding these psychological motivations can help you respond more effectively, recognizing that their actions often reflect their struggles rather than a direct attack on your feelings. By acknowledging these patterns and the underlying reasons, you can begin to navigate the emotional games with a more informed perspective. This insight allows you to maintain your composure and respond thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively to their behavior. Emotional detachment is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean you should shut down your emotions or become cold and unresponsive. Instead, it's about understanding your feelings and the feelings of others without letting them dictate your actions or reactions. Imagine you're in a situation where someone is playing games with your heart. Maybe they're being hot and cold, sending mixed signals that leave you feeling confused and anxious. This is where emotional detachment becomes your ally. By practicing it, you can maintain your composure and attractiveness, which is crucial when navigating tricky emotional waters. To begin with, recognize that your emotional state should not be dependent on someone else's behavior. Start by observing your reactions to their actions. If they ignore your texts, instead of spiraling into self-doubt, remind yourself that their actions are a reflection of them, not you. This simple shift in perspective can empower you to stay grounded. Another practical tip is to practice mindfulness. Take moments throughout your day to check in with yourself. Ask questions like, how am I feeling right now? And what do I want to feel? This practice helps you become more self-aware and less reactive to external stimuli. When you feel the urge to respond emotionally, take a step back. Breathe deeply and give yourself a moment to process before reacting. Engage in activities that promote your well-being, such as exercise, meditation, or pursuing hobbies. These not only help you to detach emotionally, but also enhance your overall attractiveness. When you are in a good place emotionally, you radiate confidence and stability, making you less susceptible to emotional games. Lastly, remember that emotional detachment is a skill that takes time to cultivate. Be patient with yourself as you learn to navigate your feelings and relationships more effectively. By practicing these techniques, you'll find that you can handle emotional situations with grace and poise, allowing you to outsmart anyone who tries to play games with your heart. When it comes to navigating the complex world of relationships, one of the most invaluable skills you can develop is the ability to recognize behavioral patterns in women. Understanding these patterns not only empowers you, but also equips you with the tools to respond effectively. Many men find themselves bewildered by the unpredictable nature of romantic interactions, but the truth is, these behaviors often follow certain archetypes and cycles. For instance, have you ever noticed how some women might shower you with attention one moment and then suddenly withdraw? This classic hot and cold behavior can leave you feeling confused and anxious. However, by identifying this pattern, you can train yourself to respond with calmness rather than desperation. Recognizing that this is a common tactic can help you detach emotionally and prevent you from overinvesting in the relationship at times when it's not reciprocated. Another pattern to be aware of is breadcrumbing, where someone gives you just enough attention to keep you interested but never fully commits. If you find yourself in a situation where a woman is constantly sending mixed signals, but never truly investing in the relationship, it's essential to recognize this pattern early on. By doing so, you can avoid wasting your time and emotional energy. Additionally, understanding that some women might play games as a way to test your emotional strength can also be enlightening. They may want to see how you respond under pressure or if you can maintain your composure when faced with uncertainty. This insight allows you to prepare and respond rather than react impulsively. You can choose to demonstrate emotional resilience, which can be incredibly attractive. As you become more adept at recognizing these behaviors, you can start to anticipate potential scenarios and prepare your responses. This proactive approach gives you a sense of control over your emotional landscape, allowing you to engage or disengage as necessary. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the dynamics at play, you not only protect your heart, but also position yourself as a confident individual who knows their worth. In summary, recognizing behavioral patterns in women is not just about deciphering their actions. It's about empowering yourself to respond with clarity and confidence. This newfound awareness can help you navigate the often murky waters of dating and relationships, leading to healthier interactions and, ultimately, a more fulfilling love life. Setting boundaries is one of the most vital strategies you can employ in any relationship, especially when navigating the emotional games that some women may play. Boundaries serve as a protective barrier, allowing you to maintain your self-respect while ensuring that your needs are met. Imagine you're on a date with someone who frequently checks their phone. Instead of feeling disrespected or ignored, you can express your feelings by saying, "I value our time together and would appreciate it if we could focus on our conversation." This simple yet assertive statement sets a clear boundary regarding your expectations. It's essential to establish these boundaries early on, as it communicates your standards and what you will not tolerate in a relationship. When you allow small disrespectful behaviors to slide, you're inadvertently signaling that such behavior is acceptable. This can lead to larger issues down the line. Remember, boundaries are not about building walls. They are about creating a safe space where both partners can thrive. When you respect your own boundaries, you encourage others to respect them as well. This not only enhances your self-worth, but also establishes a foundation of mutual respect. So, start identifying your personal boundaries today. Whether it's about time, communication styles, or emotional investments, defining what is acceptable for you will empower you to engage in healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Ultimately, setting boundaries early is about asserting your identity and emotional needs without fear of judgment. By doing so, you position yourself as someone who knows their value and expects the same from others. In today's fast-paced dating world, emotions can run high, and situations can quickly escalate. It's crucial to remember that staying calm under pressure is not just a strategy, it's a superpower. When you're faced with emotional games, whether it's a sudden change in behavior or an unexpected confrontation, your response can dictate the outcome of the situation. Think about a time when you felt provoked or hurt by someone's actions. Did you react immediately? Or did you take a moment to breathe and collect your thoughts? If you reacted, you might have fueled the fire, but if you took a step back, you likely maintained control. This is the essence of emotional composure. When you remain calm, you not only protect your emotional state, but also shift the power dynamics in your favor. Women often test boundaries to gauge emotional strength, and by not giving in to emotional triggers, you show that you are grounded and self-assured. This doesn't mean you should suppress your feelings, rather acknowledge them, but choose how to express them wisely. For example, if your partner suddenly becomes distant or engages in hot and cold behavior, instead of reacting with frustration or anger, take a moment to assess the situation. Ask yourself, what's the best way to handle this? You might find that a calm conversation can clear misunderstandings without escalating tensions. Here are some practical tips to help you stay calm under pressure. 1. Practice mindfulness. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath. This simple practice can help you center yourself when emotions run high. 2. Develop a personal mantra. Create a phrase that resonates with you, such as stay calm, stay strong. Repeat this to yourself in stressful moments. 3. Pause before responding. When faced with a provocative comment or action, take a deep breath and count to 3 before replying. This small pause can prevent a knee-jerk reaction that you might regret later. 4. Visualize a positive outcome. Before entering a potentially charged conversation, picture it going well. This mental rehearsal can help set a positive tone. By implementing these strategies, you cultivate a sense of inner peace that not only benefits you, but also influences those around you. Remember, the goal is to foster understanding and respect, and that starts with how you manage your own emotions. The more you practice staying calm, the more naturally it will come to you in challenging situations. By mastering this skill, you become a force of stability in the often tumultuous world of dating, making you not just more attractive, but also a better partner in the long run. In our fast-paced world, It can be all too easy to get caught up in the moment, especially when it comes to relationships. But what if I told you that focusing on your long-term goals can not only enhance your personal growth, but also make you more attractive to others? When you have a clear vision for your future, whether it's advancing in your career, pursuing a passion, or investing in your health, you naturally exude confidence and purpose. This confidence is magnetic and often draws people towards you. Think about it. When you're fixated solely on someone else's whims and emotions, you risk losing sight of your own identity and ambitions. This is precisely why it's crucial to prioritize your own goals. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Are you looking to travel the world? Perhaps you want to start a new business or learn a new skill. Whatever it is, write down these goals and create a plan to achieve them. As you pursue your aspirations, you'll find that your emotional independence grows. You'll stop seeking validation from others and start to derive satisfaction from your accomplishments. This shift in mindset not only helps you to navigate emotional games more effectively, but it also positions you as someone who is self-sufficient and fulfilled, making you more appealing in the dating scene. Additionally, when you focus on long-term goals, you're less likely to engage in short-term emotional dramas. You won't have the time or energy to get caught up in the games that others may play. Instead, you'll be too busy working towards your own success. This also means that when you do invest time in a relationship, it will be with someone who respects your journey and aligns with your long-term vision. In essence, focusing on your goals acts as a protective barrier against emotional turmoil. You'll learn to prioritize your well-being and happiness, which is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Remember, it's about building a life you love, with or without someone else in the picture. So take the time to reflect on your aspirations and make them a priority. Not only will this empower you personally, but it will also transform how you engage with others in your life, leading to more fulfilling and balanced connections. When faced with emotional games, it's natural to feel hurt or even angry. However, responding with emotional retaliation can often escalate the situation and lead to further misunderstandings. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a step back and consider the situation objectively. Embrace the Stoic principle of not allowing your emotions to dictate your actions. For example, if she suddenly goes cold or pulls away, resist the urge to confront her with accusations or demands for explanations. Instead, adopt a calm demeanor and respond with indifference. This doesn't mean you should suppress your feelings. Rather, acknowledge them internally, but choose to respond in a manner that maintains your dignity and composure. One effective way to practice this is through mindfulness techniques. When you feel that emotional surge, take a deep breath and count to 5 before responding. This pause allows you to regain your composure and think clearly about how to proceed. You could even remove yourself from the conversation temporarily to gain perspective. Remember, your goal is to maintain emotional control, which not only protects your peace of mind, but also shifts the power dynamics in your favor. By showing that you are not easily rattled, you project confidence and strength, making you less of a target for emotional manipulation. In the long run, this approach fosters healthier interactions and establishes you as someone who is in command of their emotions, ultimately leading to more respectful relationships. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, yet it's often overlooked, especially when emotions run high. When navigating the complexities of romantic interactions, it's crucial to express your needs clearly and firmly. This doesn't mean being aggressive or confrontational. Rather, it's about asserting your feelings and desires in a constructive manner. Start by choosing the right time and setting to have these conversations. A calm environment allows both parties to engage without distractions or heightened emotions. When you talk, use I statements instead of you statements. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I feel unheard when I'm not acknowledged during our conversations." This approach reduces defensiveness and opens the floor for a more productive dialogue. Next, be specific about what you need. Vague requests can lead to misunderstandings. Instead of saying, "I want more affection," be clear, I would love it if we could spend more quality time together. Clarity helps your partner understand your perspective and respond in a way that meets your needs. Additionally, practice active listening. When your partner responds, listen without interrupting. Acknowledge their feelings and show empathy, even if you don't agree. This builds trust and demonstrates that you value their perspective. Remember, communication is a two-way street. Be open to feedback and willing to compromise. It's not about winning an argument, but finding a resolution that respects both your needs and your partner's. Lastly, maintain a calm demeanor, even if the conversation becomes tense. If you feel emotions escalating, take a moment to breathe and collect your thoughts. Responding with calmness can diffuse potential conflicts and encourage a more rational exchange. By communicating clearly and firmly, you not only assert your needs, but also foster a healthier dynamic in your relationship, paving the way for greater understanding and connection. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to lose sight of what's truly important: yourself. Prioritizing your well-being is not just a self-care trend. It's a fundamental strategy for emotional resilience and attractiveness. When you take time for yourself, you're not just ensuring you feel good, but you're also sending a powerful message to others that you value your own happiness. Start with small daily practices. This could be as simple as dedicating 30 minutes to a hobby you love, going for a walk in nature, or even meditating. These activities help clear your mind and center your emotions. Remember, when you prioritize your well-being, you become more present and grounded in your interactions. This shift in energy doesn't go unnoticed. Others will be drawn to your positivity and confidence. Additionally, self-care practices can enhance your mental health, making you less susceptible to emotional games played by others. When you feel good about yourself, you're less likely to tolerate behavior that doesn't align with your values. So, take a moment to reflect on what brings you joy and make a commitment to incorporate those elements into your life regularly. By nurturing yourself, you're not only improving your own quality of life, but also setting a standard for how others should treat you. Ultimately, prioritizing your well-being is an investment in your future relationships, ensuring they are built on mutual respect and understanding rather than emotional games. Take charge of your happiness and watch how it transforms your interactions and relationships in the long run. As we wrap up today's discussion, let's quickly recap the 10 powerful strategies we've explored that can help you outsmart any woman playing games with your heart. First, we talked about the importance of emotional detachment. By maintaining your composure, you not only safeguard your emotions, but also enhance your attractiveness. Next, we delved into recognizing behavioral patterns. Understanding these can empower you to anticipate and respond effectively to various situations. Establishing boundaries early in any relationship is crucial. This not only commands respect, but also reinforces your self-worth. We then emphasize the importance of staying calm under pressure. Keeping your cool can shift the dynamics in your favor, allowing you to navigate tricky emotional landscapes with ease. Focusing on your long-term goals was another key point. Having a clear vision for your life fosters emotional independence and resilience. Moving to our climax, we discussed avoiding emotional retaliation. Responding with indifference rather than anger or hurt can disarm those who try to manipulate your feelings. Clear and firm communication was highlighted as essential. Being straightforward about your needs helps eliminate misunderstandings and drama. Lastly, we talked about the significance of prioritizing your well-being. When you care for yourself, you become more attractive and resilient, making it easier to deal with emotional challenges. Remember, these strategies aren't just tools for navigating relationships. They are also pathways to personal growth and self-respect. Mastering them will not only help you in your romantic endeavors, but will also empower you to become the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining me today.